Well, Gaffer, a point today, but conceding in the last minute of that is always going to make it hurt like a loss. What's the overall feelings about the game as a whole?
Well, we're very quick after the game again, and things are going round in my head, and decisions made on the pitch, decisions not made on the pitch, reasons for why we allowed the pressure to build towards the end of the game. When, if you looked at the first half again, it's a game we should be out of sight. We've made enough chances to win 3 games in the first half and only scored 1 goal. I feel like we've been kicked in the what's-its, and it does feel like that. But you've got to give them credit. They've asked a question in the last second, and our lads haven't been able to stand up to it. And that's a common theme. If you look at the whole of the season so far for Eastbourne Borough, from 60 minutes on, they drop off, they drop away, and teams pick on that. It's very easy to see. It's not difficult. The information's out there for everybody to see it. So collectively now we've got to make changes. We've certainly got to make changes, and I think I'll be back from the top of the club down, and we've got to make changes because the players that are in there at the moment, I think they're giving their all. I don't think there's any of them not trying. I think they're all honest in their endeavour, but maybe not quite intelligent enough in their efforts.
So you'll be looking for incomings, outcomings, maybe even as soon as the next game?
Well, I don't even think we can look at outgoings yet, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at that group there. We go to Dorking on Saturday at the moment. I've got 1 fit centre-half. So we need to bring people in. It's as simple as that. We need people who want to come here, not people coming here for the wrong reasons. We want people to come here to roll their sleeves up and come to a football club that wants to go up and up and up and be a leader of men in that group, because I just feel that's what's lacking. We haven't got a version of me on the pitch, and I know I've got a loud voice, but we need somebody with a presence that's going to dictate certain situations. When set players come, me hollering from the side of the pitch is no good to anybody. Half of my voice doesn't get across the pitch. So, we need that on the pitch. We just need a little bit more maturity, I think, and we'll have to see how that goes.
So recruitment-wise, looking then for more, quote-unquote, the men, the older bodies potentially with a bit more experience who can lead from the pitch?
Well, I think if you look at this group, it's been put together with a lot of potential in it. There's not a lot of horses for the course. I mean, if the club has real ambition of getting out of this division, that group of players put together at the beginning of the season wouldn't, in my opinion, be what you would call nailed on to be in the top 4 or 5 of this division. And we are where we are. We've got to fix that. And recruitment in football isn't. We're at the national south level of the game. We're not in the Premier League. We don't have to worry about waiting until January and all. You can trade and you can move players on, and players can come in at any stage. So, but we need the right people. I'm not just going to bring people in for the sake of it. I want people who want to come here for the right reasons: A, to play football, and B, to start winning football matches.
So then looking ahead, you know what you need to do. Are you confident that we can turn this around and start climbing up the table?
Yeah, listen, I've got no doubt that I know what's required to do that. Have I got the tools in the building at the minute? Some of them, I would say. But I think there needs to be additions, because the group is really thin on the ground at the minute anyway through injury. And we got 5 or 6 lads, 2 or 3 that were already injured when I got here, 1 or 2 that have picked up injuries. We've got Cam come off today with a cut eye and a cut with a busted nose. We got Freddie out on a concussion protocol. So, at the end of the day, it's when it rains it pours, doesn't it? You've got to try and get through that. And had we seen through, I think I still would have had the frustrations of why we were so good in the first half again and not so good in the second half. But ultimately, to concede just does feel like that extra blow to the stomach, and it's something I'll never get used to that. I'll be driving home tonight, and I'll be. I'll have no chance of falling asleep because my head will be buzzing. So, when I get home, I'm sure I'll spend an hour or 2 reflecting and having a look at certain incidents in the game, and just trying to put it right. Because at the end of the day, look, we've scored in all but 1 game that I've been here, all but 1. That means we could have won every game. But the way that we concede goals and the manner in which we concede goals is alarming, and that's something that needs fixing.